before Norway Chess, everybody was talking about the game with him and Magnus Carlsen. So it have been, he's only 19 years and big pressure. So,
and I think you touched on a very important point, Shao, is the fact that yesterday he knew he's losing. He was already down 1 point against Magnus Carlsen. A lot of media attention, a lot of coverage, a lot of people talking about that respective match. And he came back from that. In his mind, probably he was already thinking, hey, what am I going to do? I mean, I'm going down 2-0 against Magnus Carlsen. What is the media going to say? What are my friends going to say? What are the players that I'm going to face in the next few rounds going to say and going to think about my level? But then he got that victory. Everything changed for him in that moment.
Well, I would argue that one of the things that makes Gukesh great is that it's our job to talk about all those things. What is the media going to say? We are the chess media, right? We talk about these things as we should, and of course it would have been a line that would have been a reasonable one to discuss if he had gone down 0-2. But I think that one of the things that makes Gukesh great is actually he doesn't think about that stuff. I think that he doesn't get rattled, and I think he focuses in the moment. It's one of the things that makes him such a tenacious defender. He now has had 2 games where he snatched a victory from the jaws of defeat in this event. Of course, he also beat Hikaru Nakamura. So he has showed up against the best players in the world in this event, and I think it's in large part because he does manage his nerves there. I mean, we all have the luxury of commentary and the engine. It's not like there was anybody on Gukesh's shoulder saying, hey, you know you're down 5 points right now, right? You know that everybody's talking about you losing. His only job is to stay in the moment and to get the job done. And I think his ability to manage his nerves is not only why he's the world champion now, but it's why we're going to see him along with so many other young players. But right now he's the world champion, he's the king. I think we might see him maintain that throne for a while if he can continue to play games like he did yesterday and hold himself together under pressure.
Exactly, I couldn't agree more with you, Danny, that I think is one of the most mindful players. He's the one that is so capable of staying in the present moment, no matter what. And the fact that he kept fighting and kept believing in a position that was completely lost, he himself couldn't believe that he saved it. He said he would lose it 99 times out of 100 games, but yesterday was the one moment when he didn't. He kept playing, he kept fighting, and maybe this is the momentum he needs to beat his nemesis Arjun Erigaisi. We see an interesting opening choice on the board. Arjun trying to surprise Gukesh.
Absolutely. E4, D6, D4, Knight F6. This is called the modern, the Pertz, however you want to call it. Black is saying that, you know what, I'm going to give you the initiative. I'm probably going to give you an objective advantage. But what I am going to get in return is going to be a very imbalanced position. And we tell you, this is the beginner-friendly stream, we tell you all the time, hey, you need to fight for the center. Black is not doing that with a lot of presence in the center, as you can see already. White has established these 2 very nice pawns in the center, supported by the knight on c3. What Black is doing, he's doing the same thing, but from afar. going to stop the promotion. This one is looking like it's going
King A3. Okay. G6,
Gukesh's
B4,
way.
H5, B3.
You won't even need your rook at some point, so it's...
H6, B2, G7.
But then bishop takes, pawn takes, rook G4.
Let's catch up with the game
How am I
because he's giving a
winning this?
check.
93?
Gukesh has played rook to F3.
A2. Oh no, I have to take
Yeah,
King
the
A2.
95. Or 91.
Ah, right. Oh, just like yesterday.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a different move order. Check and rook to E3.
This looks good as well, because right now
It's
this
going to
forces
D5 and that's it, yeah.
the queen, the rook trade, and now I'm just simply going to go G6, get the knight to C4, sacrifice it, and then just simply push the pawns. Let's see if he goes for it. Yes, we do have that. Very similar
and
material
now
balance
G6, yeah, exactly.
to what they had in the first game with reverse colors. It was king and knight versus king and bishop and some extra pawns for Arjun. This time around is for Gukesh.
So the knight is always stronger, is the conclusion.
With this time control, the knight is always stronger.
I've been telling you, Fabi, for a long time.
For decades.
What a game this has been. Like, we are still just trying to process that Gukesh was in a worse position, that he managed to find chances, balance it out, and now he's winning. He's winning again.
That's an easy way out. Knight to C4, B3, knight to D2. That's going to capture pawn on B3. And if you don't,
And now
play
knight
that
A5.
knight A5.
Actually, and
Resignation will come.
G7, that's it. You
After-
don't even need to bother.
After knight A5, I think it's over.
He pushes the
G7,
pawn.
good enough.
Bishop takes, king takes.
Because knight A5 is always there, yeah.
And then he will push his pawn. So he gives up the knight for black's pawn and will push pawn. Gukesh Domraju wins again a game where he was worse. He defended so resiliently with so much hope. We thought that it was looking very bad for the reigning World Chess champion. He turned the tables around completely and wins yet another game. And let's just emphasize how important this is for Gukesh. He beat Arjun Erigaisi for the first time in his life. He did the same yesterday.